What's up, guys? This is Max Ketchum from Juice Gaming, and I'm going in on this Falcon tutorial right now. I'm trying to teach quite a few things about this character. Gonna go in depth about his ground game, air game, recovery, kill options, grab game, and also the ledge game. Yeah, ledge game is very, very important. So to start, we're gonna go to Battlefield, just against a random computer opponent on stop. Just gonna showcase his moves real quick and what they're good for. Alright, Diddy Kong. Funny that that's the character we get. So let's move him off to the ground. Okay, so Falcon's moves, just the very, very basics. We got jab, 1, 2, 3, or if you go up, you got the rapid jabs, right? Jab is basically Falcon's bread and butter. It's convenient that it's the first thing I'm going over because it's the first move that gets listed oftentimes. But yeah, jab, man, really, really good move. So not only does it come out super fast, just like that first jab, if you just hold A, he'll complete the combo, does 9 damage fresh. Again, there's no stale moves in training mode, for anyone who didn't know that. And yeah, jab is just like the default close-up option. Now, the great thing about jab is that you can do it in any direction with just a quick turnaround, and it's still really, really fast. So if you block an opponent's attack, which I can't demonstrate with a training mode opponent, but you block, drop your shield, turn around, and jab. And in one fluid motion, you can just turn around super quick. Also, the rapid jab, it's not really that good because even though it looks like it completes there, it doesn't often complete in a match when your opponent can directional influence themselves out of the jab combo just by mashing the control stick away from you. So you just want to do the gentleman, the 1, 2, 3 as much as possible. It can be easily done by just holding A if you connect the first one. Another really important thing about jab, if you hold it, he'll do a repeated machine gun jab. So that can beat spot dodges if your opponent does the spot dodge like that. This will just continue producing active hitboxes right over them, and it'll catch them. All you have to do is hold A, it completes the combo. Super, super good. Other setups for jab and uses for jab. If you're just landing a jab on your opponent, you could do 1, 2, and then grab. Especially if they're in the air. The 1, 2 punch will like keep them in the air very slightly, where a lot of characters don't have an easy option to just get out of it. So you can do jab, jab, grab, and then get big combos off your grab because you're Captain Falcon. More about that later. But yeah, jab, one of the most useful moves in the entire game. Also, if you're in a close combat situation with your opponent and they're at like 0%, especially if they're a heavy or a fast-falling character, they can fall out of your jabs if you're trying to do something like jab, jab, grab. Like, they'll just be able to land on the ground and shield or attack to beat you, or spot dodge or something. So you gotta be wary of that, and don't go for it too much. Just especially when they're in the air, it's good to do jab, jab, and other stuff. You can do some really dirty tricks like jab, jab, side B, especially if they're in the air. Catches them a lot, and if they try to roll back or spot dodge, you can do jab into forward smash. But again, these are very situational, and you just pretty much, once you land a jab, I feel like it's good to play it very safe with Falcon and just get the 3 hits, and you can chase them off the stage, you can chase them in the air. That didn't hit, so that's pretty unimpressive, but you get the point. You can just knock people off stage. And, you know, take what you can get. Don't try to go for anything too overboard. A lot of people have this misconception about Falcon where you have to go like the deepest all the time and for the hardest follow-ups, but you really don't have to. You can keep it pretty tame. You know, 3 jabs still gets you like the setup you want, pushes them away from you, forces them to come in. So the rest of his ground moves are not nearly as impressive as his jab, I'd say, but he still does have some good ground moves. Forward tilt got a lot better in this game. It's just a quick kick forward. You can angle it up, down. Oops, keep doing up tilt. Yeah, angled up forward tilt. It's actually a pretty solid anti-air. So forward tilt finds its use in being able to be done out of a dash, and also just that it has a lot of range, and it's only 1 quick hit. So I wish I could make the CPU block, but you see like the max range of it is somewhere about there, just the tip of his foot. It doesn't really have a disjoint, but it's still a long range move. 9 damage is pretty solid when it's fresh. Just a really good space control tool. Down tilt, it's a little bit less safe in terms of frame data. You know, it's a little bit slower to start and finish, but can still be done to, you know, pretty solid effect in a spacing situation. It has a lot of active frames on it, so sometimes it can catch an opponent's spot dodge. Yeah, I'd say down tilt, very situational move, but also when opponents are recovering, some characters kind of reach their hands a little bit too high above the edge for safety, and you can down tilt them, especially in Captain Falcon mirrors. You can just knock the other Captain Falcon away when he's reaching his hand up. And when characters also snap to the ledge, like on the way up from their up B, see how Falcon reaches his hand very high. He's actually hittable through the stage. But every character, when they're rising, they snap to the edge. They're vulnerable for a frame. Excuse me, vulnerable for a frame. And you can just hit them with down tilt on that one vulnerable frame. It gives them their jump back though, because they technically grab the edge. But still, very little tricky use for that move, but definitely scary, especially once people get to timing that right. That's not really something that anyone has been doing consistently. This is pretty difficult. But yeah, down tilt can be scary off the stage, especially for characters with very, very limited recoveries. Now, up tilt, this game gave it a new use in that it spikes when your opponent's in the air. On the ground, it still has its same, properties, where you just raise your heel up, hit them away. But here, if I hit Diddy into the air, yeah, spikes them, show me your moves. So that is like, once people learn how to deal with it, it's not that good, but it still covers a really scary angle. Like, look at that. That whole swipe effect is a hitbox, and pretty much just every part in front of him that hits is the spike. It's not like an auto death spike. It'll kill around like 40 or 60%, but it's still really scary. It's kind of a high risk, high reward move, because once your opponent sees it coming, it's not that quick to end. But either way, very scary move. It's also really good at the edge when your opponent's trying to get back on, because it covers like the stand-up option, the roll option from some distances, and also the jump option. Just a very like convenient angle. So smash attacks. Forward smash. This move is super good. It actually has more range than Marth's forward smash. You can do it out of dashes. If you do flick the control stick and then flick it again and flick the C stick at the same time. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can do it backwards. And just like pivot forward tilt where you can do it out of a full run, you can also do it with forward smash. You just have to hit the control stick the other direction, and then very, very shortly after, hit the C stick. You're canceling your slide like this. Slide, F smash, slide, F smash, slide, F smash. Down smash, very solid move. Covers both sides, really strong. Oh, 20 viewers, awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, so got that down smash. Really, really, really good move when you hit with the back hit. Not only does it do more damage, front is 14, back is 18, but also because it does more damage, that means it has more shield stun and shield pushback. And also it kills at a better percent. And since it's the second hit on a two-part move, obviously it ends much sooner after the second hit connects than if you had connected with the first hit. So it's really safe to do on your opponent's shield, because again, can't make the CPU block, but it would push him back pretty far, and there wouldn't be that much downtime for him to come in and grab me or punish me otherwise. So yeah, really practical use for down smash is out of a perfect pivot, which I'll get to explaining later. That's toward the end of the tutorial. I'll get to the movement tricks, but perfect pivot, oops, into down smash. You can approach them using the back hit of down smash. Oops. It's also not that easy. Yeah, there we go. Just gotta get in the groove. First time I'm playing today. I can do it with a very high success rate, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't really try it in tournament. But if you mess up, sometimes you get dash attack. Oh, thanks SuperJake64 for showing me your moves. Look at that. Yo, what's good, Tito Tot? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate anyone sharing this out. Definitely trying to get that viewership up for stuff like this. I feel like this is some pretty cool stuff. I spent a lot of time developing some Falcon tech. So, yeah, down smash, use the back hit to approach. Let me move Diddy down to the platform. Or the main platform, rather. So I can approach him with down smash. Oh, accidentally did the second turnaround. But there you go. So much range on that. Look at that. Almost. But yeah, like Falcon's perfect pivot game and just the back hit of down smash, really, really important things to use in this game. So now last smash attack is up smash. I feel like this is by far Falcon's worst smash, and actually possibly one of his worst moves, but it's still pretty good. As you see, it has a decent amount of range, that slight disjoint. It's a really good anti-air. It hits the platform, kind of. It has a much narrower hitbox in the air, which is kind of its falling point. But you can like do pivot smashes with it, like jump cancel, pivot up smashes, just regular dashing up smash, jump cancel dashing up smash. That's some more stuff I'll explain later. But just like general dash tricks really help you with up smash and all your smash attacks, all your ground moves. Okay, so last ground move, dash attack. This move, another really, really important move for Captain Falcon. If you don't use this move, you really lose a lot of your offensive potential, especially at lower percents when you just want to get that combo. Here, I'll reset Diddy to 0%. So at like probably 20% dash attack is like a really solid combo follow-up. Yeah, look at that. It's so hard to knee the tiny characters, but it's a computer anyway. You get the point. Also, you don't really want to go for knees and combos that much, which I'll get to very shortly, as we're about to talk about aerial moves. But dash attack, the beauty of it is that it's like able to be used out of Falcon's extremely fast run, so you can cover a lot of space with it. And I also love doing it out of the instant dash. So you just flick the control stick for a dash, and then flick the C stick down right after. You'll do an immediate dash attack. It's the fastest way to input a dash attack, because it doesn't confuse it with anything else. Like, if you do it with forward and A, sometimes you get forward smash, because you're tapping and then hitting A. But this is the easiest way. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can use it out of, like, dash mix-ups, like dash dance, dash attack. Or, like, Foxtrot dash dance. And even like the little sticky dash, like mini moonwalk. You can do it really late. Very tricky move. And he hits pretty far on his shoulder. See, he doesn't even have to really be touching them, so has pretty solid range. And you can just get in there real quick, pop them up, and then get whatever you want. Like reverse up air is really scary. Follow up hits kind of late, you know. But yeah, dash attack, great combo starter. All right, so that's it for the ground moves. Now, also of course specials are ground moves, but gonna cover the specials after the aerials. So first, neutral air, double kick. This move's biggest flaw, is that it doesn't hit that low. So like, you can't really hit Diddy Kong with it. I can hit him rising with the first one. That's, you know, I have to be very close to him for it to work. But this move finds its use in being a great combo extender. So let me set Diddy to like 30. Down throw, neutral air. Oh wow, doesn't even true combo there. But yeah, there you go. Like, out of down throw, neutral air is a really great follow-up. Some characters that are really tall, you can use it to pressure them, like DDD or DK. This will like hit them, you know, like both hits will connect on their shield. It's really, really clutch. But against the tiny characters, your best bet to use this move is when you're landing, and you want to mix it up between like an empty landing or something like this. You can also rush down bigger characters a lot easier with this. You just rush in, do first hit a neutral air, and then you can get like a grab. Or if you're really feeling bold, you want to get a kill move, you can do neutral air forward smash. It doesn't work so much on Diddy Kong. Yeah, he can shield by then. But floatier characters, I feel like Yoshi is one of the easiest characters to get that on. Nair to forward smash. You can also, of course, another super, super important follow-up is Nair to jab. You got to get that a lot. If you're going to land with a neutral air, your options are pretty much either jab or grab. But yeah, you do have riskier options such as forward smash or like just shield, try to bait their next option. because, you know, they get popped up. Some characters can throw that cheeky, like, Luigi neutral air or Diddy Kong up air where they mash it out and they can hit you before they touch the ground. Oh, thanks, Tito. Thanks for the shoutouts, and shoutouts to Gardex for watching. So, yeah, neutral air, super solid move. Unfortunately, the random CPU went to Diddy, but you can still see, like, even against a tiny character, this move, like, when it connects twice, is really good. You get so many follow-ups. Just chase them, go for the up air. Diddy Kong, not an easy character to combo, though, for Captain Falcon, because he's so tiny, so... Unfortunately. Alright, you know what? I'll just... Now that we're doing aerials, I'll make it an easier character to combo. One of the easiest is probably... Shulk. Really easy character to combo for Captain Falcon. Yeah, I agree with that, Gardex, that it's a good combo breaker, but it actually comes out one frame slower than up air, which is the next move I'm going to talk about, because it's so godlike. And up air has, like, a pretty comparable landing hitbox, you know? It actually has more horizontal range, I believe. But either way, so yeah, Shulk. Like, down throw, neutral air, up air, up air. You can do, I mean, you know, the up B is pretty unnecessary and ballsy, but you can still go for that if you don't think they're going to air dodge, which is, like, another really important thing about Captain Falcon's air game, which we'll see now, especially with up air. So up air is your classic combo move here. Like, it just pops them up and gets them ready for more up airs, which is just Captain Falcon in a nutshell. You know, you want to get the throws into the up airs and neutral airs, and, like, lather, rinse, repeat. So, down throw, up air. The new classic in this game. As damage builds, you can get more up airs. Like, that's just so much damage already. It's not a true combo, but, like, the angle it covers, like, it even covers behind him by a lot. So, it locks off a lot of their defensive options and offensive options, too. A lot of characters can't swing at Captain Falcon's up air because it's so big. Diddy in training mode is the worst. Yeah, totally right about that, Zuko. So, yeah, up air is just, like, the god move for Captain Falcon. Sets up for everything. Now, like, they're above you, that's the worst situation in the game. And compound that with how good Captain Falcon's up air is specifically, and also that it kills. Of course, there's no stale moves in training mode, so, like, you can't just kill him with up air at 150 if you use 25 up airs in a row to get him there. But, man, this is just, like, the greatest move. And another really important use for up air is when you're recovering. You can second jump and up air to kind of, like, dispel them off your back. You can jump from the edge with it. You can land with it. It has a pretty low hitbox, as long as you're not fighting a super short character. Usually able to connect that on a standing opponent. And also platform pressure, of course. You can short hop up air everyone for free. You can even delay the up air. You can short hop up air somebody on the top platform of Battlefield with the max range of it. Oh, interesting. There we go. Do I Falcon kick or down smash people when I wreck them off the edge? I actually down air a lot, which I guess will be the next move I talk about. Falcon spike. Pop him up. Okay, so down air can hit out like that, or it can do the spike like it's always done in Smash. Puts them in the ground when they're on the ground, in the air, spikes them down. And yeah, now on the ground at a certain percent, it'll spike them off the ground. So that's just the most basic functions of what happens after you land Falcon's down air. But the reason this move is so good is because it can kill opponents at like 50% off the stage, and it's pretty fast. Like, it doesn't really come out that slow. And the wind-up on it is just good enough, so if you read an air dodge, or react to an air dodge even, you can just easily spike your opponent. And it's, because there's no meteor canceling in this game, it's like past the point of return. Almost every time. So you can just set up like back throw. And, you know, if you read the air dodge, time that down air perfectly, it comes out in about 20 frames. I'd say maybe 17. I gotta check the frame data for it, but basically about a fourth to a third of a second. So it's not the fastest move in the game, and you can react to it for sure. But if you scare your opponent or properly condition them to air dodge at certain times, you know, just by throwing out like an up air if they're not going to air dodge, and then if they are going to air dodge, you have that time to wind up and read with the down air. So a lot of big opportunities come off down air. You get super early kills. You can just steal games from people with Captain Falcon. It's kind of fun, but it's also kind of dirty. But you got to go for it. You're Captain Falcon. That's like the not misconception. Like, Captain Falcon needs to go hard off the stage and get early kills, or like at least needs to go hard and get early kills. As long as you do it smartly and patiently, with a very solid jab and grab game in between, you can get these down airs, and that just adds to your fear factor as a player. Oh, nice Skype. Where's Skype? Oh, rip. Quit Skype. What's good, Purified? Okay, so aerials, down air. On the ground, you can pop people up. They can air dodge out of this, but if you read the air dodge, you know, it's just a free pop-up for a kill. And then there's the side hitbox, which is a little trickier to hit. It might actually only work on airborne opponents, but no, I think you can hit a grounded person with it. I'm trying to hit with just the very edge of the side hitbox. Weird. There we go. I guess it's like just the tip of his toes. Oh, thank you, by the way, for the follows, guys. I haven't been hearing it because I have the computer sound input unplugged from my headset. So thank you to Tito Tot, Super Jake, and now Mr. Comment 101 for the follows. Alright. Oh yeah, frame cancel dare into fair. I haven't yet perfected that, but that's another good use for it, so if I could learn it in like 10 seconds right now. Was that it? I don't know. If you land on the first active frame of your down air though, it cancels completely, cancels all the lag, and you can just pop up and get a forward air. Thank you, Assassinator King, for the follow. Let me try that again. So yeah, if you land on the first active frame on hit of down air, get that free pop-up. That might have been it, actually. Nah, I don't know. Either way, it's that's some high-level stuff, too. You can definitely do that. I'm not about to learn it right now as I'm teaching, though, because I don't want to delay the rest of the tutorial. But, yeah, down air, great move. Now, another super important move for Falcon is his back air. This is like, oh man, this move is so beautiful. Look how you can just like, oh, like, look at this, short hop fastball back air, like this is like melee. This move is like the sexiest thing ever. You can get so much pressure with this. Oh, it's so pretty. I can just move about the stage like a melee fox doing short hop nairs. It's amazing. Anyway. Yeah, back air is really good for various reasons. You can land with it. It has a lot of shield push, so if your opponent is trying to block out one of your landing options, they read you going offensive, you can just push them away with it. Again, can't make CPU shield. Yeah, I agree with that, Gardex. It is definitely contestable between up air and back air being the best. Oh, man. Captain Falcon has so much aerial mobility, especially out of a dash, so dash, short hop, fastball, back air. It's also a great edge guard move. You can really go deep. Of course, kind of messed that one up, but here. You can go deep with back air. It's really strong. Oh my god, great KO move. One of your most reliable by far. You can also set up for throws with a reverse aerial rush, which is dash forward, quickly turn the other way, jump, and then aerial. Boom. So you can do advancing back airs, retreating forward airs. So down throw into reverse aerial rush back air. Great combo. Or setup. You can also get the weak back air into the strong back air sometimes if they don't air dodge or jump out immediately. And see, the thing about Smash 4 combos, especially with Falcon, is like, yeah, your opponent can sometimes break out of them. Like, it's not always like a 9-hit true combo, but like, after 1 or 2 hits, you know, you take your damage, and then they try to like waste their resources getting away. Like jump and air dodge, that requires time. So you just like that's not a good option for them anyway. So you can do a bunch of up airs, read the air dodge, do another up air, read the air dodge, back air, or if like now they're scared to air dodge, you just swing the back air immediately and you just wreck them with a million tons of force because it's Captain Falcon. It's so awesome. That's why I love this character. He's so powerful. Okay, and now the last aerial move. I mean, just to sum it back here again, landing option, pressure option on the ground with these crazy reverse aerial rushes and just taking advantage of your huge aerial mobility. Platform pressure too, edge guarding, and yeah, safe landing. Just overall coverage, a lot of shield push. Amazing, amazing move. Now the last move is knee for the aerials. This move, I mean, it just destroys in this game. It's so powerful. It does 20 damage, 19 damage, and a ton of knockback. Like, if you hit somebody with that, yeah, 70% by the edge, destruction. And also, you die very early when you're close to the edge in this game. Because look at that. He, like, didn't even come close to dying. And if I hit him near the edge at a similar percent, well, of course, this is 1 knee later, but... wow, I'm so bad. The knee is really hard to hit, though, on characters that aren't big. Shulk is, like, big enough that you can comfortably land knees on him. The most efficient way to knee, especially against shorter characters, is to jump and then fast fall knee. Or, I guess in order, it would be jump, knee, fast fall. Jump, knee, fast fall. And it's still, like, kind of difficult to do. I don't really go for that many knees on the ground, because it's very unsafe. But, like, if you mix somebody up with that, you can really use, like... because it's going to have landing lag anyway out of a short hop. You can really use it like a melee move. Or you just, like, jump in and, like, really get in their face with it. If you have a hard read on, like, a spot dodge or something, you can really destroy them. But, it's still a very unreliable move. And, of course, you can do it in the air as well. You don't have to be doing it against ground opponents. Up air sets up for it beautifully, but your opponent definitely has time to jump or air dodge out of that. So you can catch them for jumping or air dodging. Or just for falling. You gotta like really space this move perfectly though. It's a very, very high skill barrier move. Don't sleep on like the input or like execution barrier of Captain Falcon sometimes, because you have to time these aerials, these big huge hits, really well. Forward air, I'd say one of his least practical moves, but definitely one of his most rewarding. And I feel like as the Captain Falcon metagame advances, people are going to get better at setting up for knees. Granted, people will also get better at getting out of Falcon's setups for it, but I feel like the offensive potential of this character is higher than a lot of characters and a lot of players' ability to defend against him. So, as the character and the metagame evolves, I feel like knee could become a lot better. It's just right now, I feel like the move for Captain Falcon is to play a little bit more reserved. Yeah, doing a falling knee when Diddy tries to recover, I totally agree with that. Diddy Kong has that very, very linear vertical charge pack. And if you throw out the knee, you catch him with the soft knee, that's all you need to knock him off his barrels. So you can do like short hop, fast fall knee off the edge, or you can just drop zone knee, but if you fast fall, you die. So just do drop zone into nothing. I mean, into not fast fall. Drop zone knee, and then you can recover very safely. You can even do drop zone knee, double jump up air, and still recover. Like, that's a lot of coverage. But the knee is a very risky play, drop zone knee, because even though you have a lot of air control, you still just got to be sure where your opponent's going to be. It has a pretty small hitbox, of course, it's the knee. It's like the Falcon Rest, except, you know, a lot more practical. But yeah, it's his only long-lasting hitbox. Gardex, you're right about that. And also, you can get like falling back hit up air, especially if they're on the platform, into knee. There's just a lot of like really difficult setups for it. Down throw knee isn't quite as easy as it looks because your opponent is dumb if they haven't DI'd out of that or jumped or air dodged. You can definitely escape it. But yeah, alright, so that's it for the aerials. Oh, also air dodge is definitely worth noting. Okay, so Captain Falcon's air dodge looks like it's laggy if you just do short hop, air dodge, land. Short hop, air dodge, land. Short hop, air dodge, land. Try saying that a billion times fast. Short hop, air dodge, land. You have lag. But if you do what's called an attack canceled air dodge, you can have 0 lag. Okay, so not attack cancelled. Attack cancelled. Not attack cancelled. Attack cancelled. So the way you do this is you do a short hop air dodge immediately. It's very tricky. Short hop air dodge. Then you do a neutral air just as you're landing. Like just in that last frame after you air dodge. You can see like there's a little bit of time to act. And if you just mash A, that's the easiest way to practice it. You'll notice because you'll start jabbing really fast. So short hop air dodge, mash A. Right? And then eventually, when you get more mastery of it, you can just start timing it. Short hop air dodge, A. And then you can block or do like a crazy raptor boost immediately. Like Captain Falcon, like being able to do short hop air dodge is a really scary option. And not a lot of people know that you can do it. Granted, you can't do short hop air dodge fast fall or short hop fast fall air dodge with Captain Falcon because that'll guarantee that you have lag. But if you just do, I mean, he falls kind of fast on his own anyway. So the air dodge cancel is really good. Can I speak any other languages? I speak a little bit of French, pretty well, but not for now. Not right now. Yeah, short hop air dodge, mash A, and also just air dodge in general. Falcon has a lot of air mobility, so it's like not a terrible air dodge. Makes it nice for him. You can also double jump, by the way, before you touch the ground out of a short hop air dodge. So you can attack cancel it or jump cancel it. But yeah, I find neutral air to be the best way. You can also try it with up air. Yeah, it actually works with up air too. Yeah, so you can actually air dodge cancel with all of Falcon's aerials. Oh. Well, you learn something new every day. So yeah, all you have to do is hit the C stick before you touch the ground. It's funny, it's kind of like the opposite of L canceling in Melee, where you could like cancel attacks with shield. Now you can cancel a shield option with an attack. And of course, you can shield when you touch the ground after canceling your air dodge with the attack. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for the air moves. Now we're going to go to special moves. First and foremost, Falcon Punch. A move that is completely infamous in Smash. Like, if you don't know the Falcon Punch, you're not a Smash player. Like, I do not believe that you've ever played Super Smash Bros. If you don't know what a Falcon Punch is. And this move, you know, it's good, but it's not. It's in a free-for-all, it's a really scary move because you can just come soaring in from the middle of nowhere. But this tutorial pertains a lot more to 1v1 and doubles. So, like, this move is really impractical and not very often used in tournaments. But, that said, I have seen, as of yesterday, a player named Big D from Canada, really, really good player, using Falcon Punch quite a bit. He actually landed one on Sabrick, who's a great player, formerly from Florida, was staying in Seattle for a while. And he landed a Falcon Punch on him in tournament, which is pretty alarming. But I still do not recommend going for the Falcon Punch ever unless you have the hardest of reads. But in that case, you should really just go for forward smash or a knee because they're a lot less committal. You'll still get that nice early kill. Yeah, Falcon Punch, not so hot in my opinion. You could use it to like catch a roll if you're like scaring them and you know you're going to do the turnaround. You can just turn around by pressing the opposite direction after he starts it up. Or you can just do it like that. You can double trick it by like doing a turnaround B in the air. Like jump, turn around B, and then turn around during the Falcon Punch. But it's really not worth it. So I'm going to go on to better moves, like Raptor Boost, side B. One of the greatest moves in this game, so you would think. It's actually pretty underwhelming. But, yeah, Gardex, I agree. Falcon Punch should be significantly stronger than forward smash, but it's not. So, Raptor Boost at first glance is broken. You dash forward, you do this huge punch. Look how much range that has. It covers, like, I'd say 40% of battlefield. Let's do it from the edge. That covers 48.5% of battlefield. Wow, look at that. Yeah, okay. Ridiculous move, right? And it kills early. It's going to kill around, like, the 100, 115% mark on a midweight character like Shulk. 112, there you go. But again, no rage in training mode. The thing that makes this move crazy is with the rage effect, which you can only see in versus mode, not in one player, or maybe just training, but either way, rage effect. When Falcon takes more damage, which he will inevitably survive to high percents because he's fat, his moves do more knockback. Well, all characters have this. I've heard that it's from 30 to 150%. Your rage increases incrementally every 10% you take, but basically, just a good way to remember it is every time you take more damage, you do more knockback. And apparently this starts at 30 and ends at 150, which I heard from a pretty reliable source. So I'll check more game data to confirm that later. But side B, it also, in addition to killing really early, it catches rolls and spot dodges, temporarily invincible options, because it has like that hit detection on it where it'll stop him cold when he realizes, oh, here's something I can interact with, here's something I can hit and destroy. So when people are rolling, if they get scared and roll to the edge or roll from the center of the stage, you just read that. And you can do side B out of dash too, which is really good. Just like dash forward side B. And if you want to do a turnaround side B, you do, initially you press side B in the direction you're facing, but then immediately, within 4 frames, you flick the control stick the other direction. Actually, in this game, you can just do it without even, yeah, you don't even have to do that in this game. In Brawl, you had to actually time it, but in this game, you can just hit side B in the other direction and it works. Okay, so that's even easier now. Good news for Captain Falcon players. I've been doing it the old school Brawl way for no reason, because they both work, and this one's easier. But yeah, really good cross-up option. If your opponent's here and they're scared and they're shielding, and you're commanding the stage over here, and you know they want to roll over here, you can run forward to make it look like you're overcommitting, and then do the side B the other way. That's like one of my favorite things. You can like run through them, side B the other way, because often they'll get scared. They're like, oh, he ran through me, he's going for a pivot grab. No, he spot dodge. And it's like, nope, this takes a little longer to activate, eats out your spot dodge invincibility frames, and you're dead at a pretty low percent. Other uses for side B, you can scare them at the edge with it, because if they stand up, it'll activate the hitbox detection. If they roll up, that's super free hit. If they jump, often pretty reliable hit. Also, you can like roll to the edge with it, which is something Anti does. Shout out to Anti for this tech. Especially if their opponent is like here on the edge, they stand up. If you're the Captain Falcon player, you're standing here, you roll into them, and then you side B. So you've crossed them up, and then you go for the side B, which beats pretty much all their options aside from just standing there and blocking. Beware though, as a Captain Falcon player, if your opponent just stands there and blocks, his side B is terrible. Or like if they have a good jab, like another Captain Falcon, or even Shulk or Ike or someone, they can just jab to interrupt your side B. Like you do the side B and they're just like, nah, I'm jabbing that. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to get beaten out by a jab when you're going for a kill move, because then your opponent realizes, oh, I'm not scared, like I can just offensively challenge you instead of having to defend against the side B. Shoutouts to Strida, thank you for the follow. Now, the reason that side B is so scary is because you have other moves that beat shield, like up B, which is really scary, because look at this range. Okay, that's going straight up, but now if I go forward when I start it, it grabs him from really far, farther than Falcon's actual grab range. Whiff grab, up B connect. So, not only do you have the ability to use this on the ground against opponents, you can also like run through them. Up B, super scary if they start holding shield. Yes, viewership doing pretty well right now. We are at 44. Let's hit that 50. Yeah, please guys, follow the stream. Anyway, back to the tutorial. Yeah, so you have up B to beat stuff like shields, shield-happy opponents, especially if they're on the platform of a stage like Battlefield. Or if I just kill him. Okay, so he's on the platform. If he decides to shield, beat that with up B. And go underneath him, you know, I can up air, scare him a little bit, and then I can, once I see that shield, just go for the up B. You can even use it for combos if you want. It does a lot of damage. 17. Like, that's ridiculous, man. 17 damage. That's a big read. Especially if you get, like, just a simple up air to up B. That's 30 damage right there. Like, geez, Captain Falcon, chill. Yeah, Buck, I'm definitely going to talk about perfect pivots toward the end of the video. We're getting toward the end of special moves, so it's going to be grabs and then movement techniques, and then that's it. Oh, and also recovery and ledge game. So, special moves, I'd say that about sums it up for Raptor Boost. Oh yeah, also, it's a great landing punish. If your opponent's landing on the ground, if you know they're going to like do an aerial that has landing lag, like oftentimes if it has lots of range, it's going to have lots of landing lag, so you just stand outside the range, then you dash in and side B, punish that landing lag super quick. It's really, 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 really strong. Air dodges, it also is great at catching. You can do like down throw to side B on a flat land stage. You know, it would have been easier. Just wait for their air dodge or their attack attempt. Alright, yeah, so up B pretty much just beats shield, and of course you use it to recover. Auto snaps on the way up. Unfortunately, does not auto snap if you're backwards. Thank you, Chicken Legs 9000 for the follow. But yeah, if you're backwards, you'll pass the ledge every time with up B. So you definitely want to do it facing the edge. But the unfortunate thing about this move is that he reaches his hand very high up. Thank you, AceX 1933. But yeah, when his hand is up like that, when he's like just reaching, you can hit him from the stage with great ease. Like a lot of characters with a lot of moves. For Falcon, it's like down tilt or like angle down forward smash or down air. He just exposes himself so much. And in terms of the actual distance of the recovery, it's not that bad. Like, it's a lot better than it was in other Smash games. But it's still not great. He definitely goes higher. You can control him pretty well. But a big flaw is that if you go backwards, he has way less horizontal control. So if you get hit some way that turns you around off the stage and you have no jump, you only have like this very limited recovery. Like, watch this. Backwards, you can't make that. But if I'm facing the edge, I can go from very deep. So, you gotta be careful when you're off the stage as Captain Falcon, because it's definitely one of his weakest points. His recovery is pretty bad. Like, it goes pretty far, you know, but especially because they took grab armor out of this game, you can just attack his grab, and, you know, if you just outrange it and outspeed it, you just knock him away from the up B, and Captain Falcon can't get back. Especially if he has no jump, he has a really difficult time recovering. And I think even if you have tap jump on, or off rather, you still can't double jump after up B if you don't, or if you get hit out of the up B. Let's see. Anything else about up B? Basically just be really careful with it. You can really like fade out, in and out with the landing. A lot of aerial mobility on Falcon. Okay, so next is Falcon Kick, last but not least. Very, very far distance. And it can slide off the edge if you're close enough. Unfortunately, it has a pretty low threshold. Like, it doesn't go that far if the stage is there. But if you do manage to get a spacing that lets you slide off the stage, it's really good. You can act pretty quickly after. And they really buffed this move in this game, because now it kills. If I had any rage, that definitely would have killed. 135, especially off the top platform, he's dead. Like, Falcon Kick is nothing to be laughed at in this game. And you can use it in a variety of situations, like escaping from the edge. If your opponent's like right here and they're pressuring you and they're expecting you to do like a defensive option, like roll back or spot dodge, just be like, nah, Falcon Kick to the face. And then you do a lot of damage. Weak hitbox is 7, I think. Strong one is 13. But yeah, good corner escape. Gets predictable though, especially because you can react to it. Oh, the weak one does 11. Jeez, a lot of damage on Falcon Kick. There might even be a third, like, weakest hitbox. You can also use it to get down to the ground, like, because it stalls you. If you have no second jump, your opponent's like, oh, I know he's coming down at this exact timing, and it's like, nope, stall, and then bam, coming down with the hitbox. And Falcon's landing options are kind of weak. Anyway, excuse me, because he has a very laggy forward air with a very short, strong hitbox. Shout out to Zeppelin Kitty for the follow. Back air is not that practical. It hits kind of high up. It still has a little bit of lag. It's shield grabbable. Up air, you know, it covers a lot of them, but not that low. And down air has a lot of startup and ending lag. So you can really just psych people out with that stall with the Falcon Kick. But again, gets predictable, very punishable, like so much downtime on it. But you want to use it in very tricky situations, like if you're already out of double jump and you've shown that you can do the Falcon kick, like you've shown your opponent that in the match, sometimes it's good to just not Falcon kick ever again when you don't have your double jump. But if you have your double jump, your opponent's like, okay, before he Falcon kicks, he's going to use his double jump, so I'm looking out for that. And you just like, nah, immediately Falcon kick, don't even use my second jump first. And yeah, aerial Falcon kick does a lot of damage. Let me do it at a percent where he's not going to fly away so easily. Nope, still only getting 15. Nah, whatever. Maybe at 0. But, yeah, Falcon kick, really tricky from the air. Unfortunately, unlike Melee, it doesn't give you your jump back when you use it off the stage. It actually pretty much guarantees your death if you use it off the stage in this game. It's pretty hard to recover from. Yep, can't even get back from the platform there. But yeah, Falcon kick, very situational but very powerful tool. As long as you don't become too telegraphed or predictable with it, you can really throw your opponents off guard with it because it moves forward, it does a lot of damage, it KOs. It can be a way to make your landing more ambiguous. A lot of stuff. And that ties it up for special moves. So we're going to go into this grab game real quick. Captain Falcon's grab game is very straightforward and very powerful. So it's not a... thank you, Smash Alex, for showing me your moves. But yeah, it's not too high of a skill barrier with Falcon's throws, to be honest. You have down throw, which is very straightforward. It sets up for stuff like neutral air, up air. You can even do back air if you turn around first, so a good way to do that. Again, reverse aerial rush. If you're running right, tap left, then jump, and then move to the right again, or vice versa. It just lets you turn around very quickly, then jump and keep moving in the original direction, maintaining all your momentum. And bam, throw that back air out. So down throw, back air, really solid combo. Especially because it works toward the higher percents where it's like starting to kill or at least set up for kills. So it's really good. Look at that. Bam. Not a true combo at that percent, but still. Solid connection. Oh. Looks like the game feed is lagging. Let me fix that up real quick. If this came out way too laggy and ugly, I'm just gonna make a new one for YouTube. Alright, yeah. Now we're back to smoothness. Alright. My bad about that, guys. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Okay. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Quality should be much better now. I didn't even notice. I wasn't looking at XSplit. I was just looking at the monitor and the chat. Anyway. Where were we at? Okay, we just finished special moves. So down throw. Yeah, down throw up air is really the classic. It's pretty much a universal combo in this game. Works with a lot of characters. And then down throw neutral air. You can get a little more reward off that. Especially on the ground level. I love platforms, but they're inconvenient for this tutorial. Yeah, so up air often combos into itself, so down throw, up air is like a big combo opportunity. Down throw, you could do down throw, wait for the air dodge, read it, spike them if you're like near the edge. That's a really rewarding combo. Just down throw, spike. You could check some footage of me doing that to a lot of people in pretty much every tournament match ever. What else? Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for down throw. You just go for follow-ups. You can get stuff like side B too if you read that they're not going to jump or air dodge, or like if they do jump or air dodge away, just stay on the ground, chill, wait for the side B as they do decide to come down. Now, other throws. Up throw, the worst throw by far. It kills the latest. It never combos into anything. It's just not that good. But I believe it does do a decent amount of damage, maybe? Yeah, 7 damage. Okay, I'll take that. Down throw is 6. Yeah, up throw, pretty unremarkable though. I mean, when they're at super high percents and toward the center of the stage, or like near the edge, it could be a DI mix-up if they're DIing up to like survive a forward throw or a back throw. But it's almost never gonna kill up throw. Like, not until you're at full rage, like 150, and they're at like 150 to 180%. 30% with up throw? I don't know, Gardex, I think you're trolling me, man. Maybe like on the super top platform of Delfino or something, yeah. Like, oh, yep, there you go, top platform in Delfino. Oh, man. So, other throws, you got forward throw. Actually, that does a lot of damage, 9. I believe back throw does even more. But forward throw, pretty much only good for one thing, and that's getting your opponent off stage. Granted, you can do the same thing with down throw, but forward throw hits them away a little bit more. So it can set up for like deeper offstage edge guards, whereas down throw is just like, alright, you gotta come back to the stage very soon, so I get more of like a setup, whereas this is like a straight up edge guard. Edge guard setup. Interesting. But then you have back throw, which I think is the second best throw behind down throw, because it kills at a pretty respectable percent. Okay, it does 9 damage. Like, especially toward the edge. A really good technique in this current meta, because people are standing up from the edge a lot and also rolling off the edge a lot, is to roll behind your opponent when they're in the corner. So if you do that, he's going to get up. Okay, roll behind him. Let me push him back more. But I'm going to roll behind him, grab back throw. That'll kill so much earlier. That'll kill like way earlier than from the center of the stage, or even from right here. It's like a big difference. And yeah, Gardex is right. Up throw will be your only kill throw toward the center of the stage with about 170. So there are times that it's useful to up throw, but back throw and forward throw are a lot stronger for KOs, particularly back throw. Yeah, Gardex, you're definitely right about that. My bad for discrediting up throw a little bit. It's, you know, it's not garbage. It does have its moments, particularly when you're too close to the center of the stage for forward or back to kill. But yeah, it's at a really high percent. So also you've got a pummel. It's a pretty standard pummel. You know, don't really need it too much. Oftentimes you just want to throw as fast as possible. It'll throw your opponents off for their DI, give them less time to prepare. Or you can like try to dash forward. Oops, not pivot grab. Come on. So you can dash forward and slide off the stage with people in your clutches. And you can like pummel them while you're sliding. Oh, thank you Phoenix315 for showing me your moves. Wow, I'm so bad I can't even dash grab a stationary target. And let me just push him all the way to the edge so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Gohan does this a lot. Huh. Wonder why I'm not getting it. Either way, it's fairly impractical. I mean, it still has its uses. It definitely looks cool. But you'll like slide off the stage and you can just like try to get an aerial on them, but it's equal frame advantage for both of you guys, so you're not guaranteed anything. Alright, so recovery. Well, pretty much as I had said before, up air with a second jump or even just falling up air, really helpful when you're recovering. Gets a lot of opponents off you from various angles. Conserve your second jump as long as possible, because you really need that. It makes a huge difference in your recovery distance. Also remember that the backwards up B, as I was going into before, a lot less momentum on that. The forward one is way better. And you also have better air control after it, I believe. Sometimes don't be afraid to recover high and just fall down. You're Captain Falcon, you're a fast faller. You can also always just retreat to the edge. You don't excuse me, you don't have to worry about getting edge hogged in this game, which is huge for Captain Falcon. Absolutely huge. Because his recovery didn't have a true hitbox, you know, it's just that grab. So you can recover a lot more easily now in this game, but characters also have really potent offstage options, and your up B doesn't have grab armor anymore, like it did in Brawl, so you can't just swallow hits anymore. And if you get hit off the stage, sometimes it could be over, especially without a jump. Characters like Pikachu, Ness, Sheik, Mario, Luigi, they all really mess you up off the stage. Oh yeah, sometimes you want to hold down when you're recovering, so you go past the edge. It'll get you out of auto-snapping. Good tip, Gardex, thank you. Glad to have another Falcon in the chat. But yeah, if you hold down when you're going past the edge, you won't auto-snap to it. And yeah, also you can get the free up B hit when the opponent's on the stage. I actually didn't even think of that, so thank you. Teaching me some new stuff as I'm teaching everybody else. Thank you so much, Gardex. And also, I'm going to use that tech to destroy you in the Salty Sweet now. Ooh, in our $50 money match. Ooh. Okay, so that's... Oh, of course, more about recovering. Side B. Side B, super, super important mix-up. Covers you horizontally, goes a pretty far distance. And... oops. But you can do it from pretty low and still grab the edge. Not that low, though. Now, I'll show you on another stage, because it's not so good on Battlefield, but what you can do is wall jump and immediately side B and snap the edge. It's a new tech that I discovered basically like as soon as the game came out, but didn't really like consider it much until now. I'm just like, wait a minute, that's actually really good. You can do a wall jump and then immediately side B, and you'll snap the edge super fast. Oops, just killed myself doing it, but you get the point. You jump off the wall, and as soon as you're like parallel with the edge, you just do a side B, and he won't even make the sound, you know? He won't even do the punch, just snap. Kind of like Sheik's up B. It's actually exactly like Sheik's up B. Where she has that first little hop before she does the poof. Also, you have wall jump, like do an attack. Oops, didn't save my second jump. I was gonna say do... Oh wait, oh, that's why. Wall jump, second jump, aerial. You have a lot of options, especially if you conserve your second jump. Wall jump, second jump, landing up air, back air. And this also ties in with the next subject, which is getting off the edge. You have wall jump aerials to help you. You can just do stand up, which is really fast. Stand up jab. Fortunately, Falcon has a really fast ground option. Just stand up and block, or spot dodge, or roll. Straight up roll from the edge, which is really good. Remember, you don't want to hang on the ledge too much, because your opponent can ledge trump you. Also, jump is good. You have access to up air, all your aerials. You can even do some cheeky stuff like jump and Falcon kick, if you really want to be rude. Boom. You can do the jump backwards too, create more space for yourself. Oh. You can do drop off second jump into a neutral air, or drop off second jump into an up air, or drop off second jump to an empty land grab. Just gotta mix your opponent up, be unpredictable. If you know they're gonna shield, do something with a grab in it. If you know they're gonna try to grab you, try to spot dodge or roll out of the way of the grab. Don't just stand up into it, which loses the grab. You can do get up attack, which I highly don't recommend with Captain Falcon. It's not that remarkable. Let's see, what else about getting off the edge? You can also do like jump raptor boost, which is super risky. Excuse me. You can cancel basically any height you want out of that jump with the raptor boost. If you want to hit someone low, do it immediately. If you want to go a little higher or throw them off, do it a little higher. I think that's just about it for getting off the edge. Sometimes it's good to just very slightly delay your get up, just to throw off your opponent's time, because like, you know, there's that set amount of time before you can act off the edge, and a lot of people do it immediately. But if you just wait a couple extra frames, that could really throw somebody off. Not enough to get a Falcon punch, though. And alright, the last thing I'm going to teach you guys is a couple dash tricks, including perfect pivot. Perfect pivot is done by dashing in one direction and then canceling the initial dash with turn around in the other direction. So you go hard, soft, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And you can do anything out of it. Any standing option, which is everything. So you can do everything out of a stand. So jab, grab, smash attacks, tilts. Tilts are really hard out of it. I haven't quite mastered that, but fortunately Falcon's perfect pivot tilts aren't as good as just his down smash, grab, and jab, so it's less practical. Yeah, I'm not even going to try perfect pivot into tilt. I keep messing up, but yeah, perfect pivots, man, oof, so crispy. And now, there's another kind of dash dancing you can do besides, you know, just the super fast brawl one, which is like kind of weak. It doesn't cover that much space. You have foxtrot dash dancing. So you do that by doing a foxtrot, which is just an initial dash, just by tapping dash and letting go. And then you tap the same direction, and then immediately the other direction. So 1, 2, 3, left, left, right, left, left, right. And you can keep doing it left, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, 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 left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, or left, left, right. It's like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. And yeah, guard X, I use both a lot. So you can do 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, yeah. Yeah, it's so tight. Yeah, and exactly, you can combine perfect pivots and foxtrot dash dances, which is what I was about to get into right now. I love to do dash, like foxtrot, into perfect pivot, so. Lets you cover a lot of space before the perfect pivot, and you can do multiple. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So fresh and so clean. Damn, it's beautiful. Yeah, you can do foxtrot. Yeah, oh, another really dirty thing I just came up with is the approaching cross-up jab. How filthy is that? Let me move him over a little bit. Stupid Shulk. Man, you stupid bastard. Why are you going to the edge? I'm just gonna walk. Okay, so watch this. Oops. Yeah. That's amazing. Does down smash have practical use? Yeah, I went over it earlier, but the back hit is really fast. Like, it ends really quickly, even though it starts up pretty quickly, or pretty slowly. So you can use it to like bait spot dodges or be safe on shield. You can do perfect pivot at them into back hit of down smash. Yeah, it's pretty filthy. It's great, yeah, great for catching rolls. When they're at the edge, you can charge it up, scare them out of a spot dodge or a roll. It's really, really good. Alright guys, so that just about sums it up for the Falcon tutorial. You know, you've got your dash dance, perfect pivot, foxtrots, foxtrot dash dancing. Foxtrot into perfect pivot. And also you have the little moonwalk thing, which is, if you did a perfect pivot, you know, you do dash into turnaround. This is dash into dash, let go. Dash into dash, let go. And it's cool because you can just wait till he's like almost done with that little moonwalk shit, and then throw out the dash attack. It's really cool. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the Falcon tutorial. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit that follow button if you liked what you saw. I'm going to do this with a couple more characters, but Falcon is by far the one I know the most about right now, so this is the best one I could do. I'm going to upload this to YouTube at youtube.com/smash24, as you see right there on the overlay. So please drop a subscription there. I'm going to upload that right now. I hope you guys liked it. Give me any constructive criticism in the comments and stuff. I know this went way longer than I thought. I thought it was only going to be 20 minutes. but time flew, so yeah, that's a pretty thorough tutorial of Captain Falcon. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. And yeah, shout outs to Gardex, giving me a lot of tips during the tutorial, helping me stay on track, and also showing me some new stuff that I didn't know about. And what's the reverse Raptor Boost ledge stall? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Here, let me do it. It's the last thing. I think if you just drop off the edge and hit Raptor Boost, you can do it immediately, right? Whatever. I actually don't know how to do it. Oh, you have problems short hop up airing. It is definitely one of the best approaches. Also, you can like follow the landing up air. Sorry guys, cutting off the ending real quick, but yeah, just answering some last stuff in the chat. Falling up air, really good. You just want to use the C stick. Just jump, and the key to short hopping is letting go of the jump button as quickly as possible. So you want to just jump, wait, up air, fast fall. But yeah, oh, jump, okay. Whatever. I can't do the useless tech that you were talking about, Gardex. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure.